What is going on, everybody? We're taking a look at this Marion Village duplex this morning. It's at 358 East Markinson Ave. Um, I don't know that I don't think I have my Google Maps open anymore. So let's do this. So you can see that this is actually in Village, because this matters over in this area. So this is 100%. It's at Parsons and Markison, essentially. So in and around here. So this is 100% inside that boundary by several streets. So there's really no argument there. So it's in Southern Marion Village, obviously, which is the where the path of progress is heading, but certainly well within those boundaries. This is the listing. This gives you an idea of the pictures. It's in decent shape, certainly livable, but definitely needs fully redone. I don't know if you saw that roof. Roof definitely needs redone. That's an older roof. The stucco probably needs work, if not removed from the brick, if you want to do something else. Carpet, although cool and in decent shape, probably has to go. Kitchens need totally redone. Central air would need to get added. If you could add a half bath to the unit that only has one bath, that would be a big deal. It looks like it's a 2-bed unit and a 3-bed unit. The 3-bed unit has a half bath. The mechanicals appear to be in decent shape. Like that furnace looks pretty new. That painted hardwood floor is a friggin' atrocity. Wow, they painted this hardwood. Wow, this was a lot of time to paint diamonds on the floor. Holy shit. Very cold fireplace, old hearth. Oh wow, a sconce. Holy shit. That's cool. Actually kind of cool cabinets going all the way to the ceiling. That's got some retro vibes. So I don't know if you could reuse those or whatnot, but certainly needs a new floor in the kitchen. The big element here is this house was oh my God, was built in 1895. So it's well over 100 years old. And my questions, yeah. So you need to rewire the whole house. That's still an ungrounded, probably knob and tube wire outlet. Yeah, I mean, you could like probably get away with not gutting this thing. But if you're planning on holding it, I would probably want to gut this for the majority of it, just because I feel like it would make everything easier if you can get rid of the plaster and get to drywall, and if you can like re-insulate everything, maybe put up some soundboard or somehow isolate the center wall so that the experience of the renters is better. When you're trying to shoot for high rents like we would be shooting in this area, $1,800 plus. You need the experience of the renters and the premiumness of the unit to match that price. So this bathroom would definitely need to get totally like oriented, the toilet behind the shower there kind of situations. Very common in these old duplexes, but really just doesn't work for modern uses. This cracking in the plaster under here is definitely concerning. I like that the molding is still there. If there's a way to keep all this old molding and reutilize it, that would be unbelievable and really well worth it. But really, the rest of it you would want to get rid of just for pure energy efficiency and everything else. Third story right now is kind of usable. It's kind of finished, but not really. Certainly can convert to another bedroom. I like that this is punched out for a window up here. That's pretty awesome. So very cool. Although it does have a closet, so maybe it counts as a bedroom. There's a closet over there. If there's a door in the window, you might have a closet up here, or a bedroom rather. It's already got a garage. That's a huge deal. You can see the hole here where apparently there's a low spot and a lot of water. So you would want to regrade there. Some bowing up here in the ceiling of the porch or whatnot. Yeah, that stucco looks to be kind of in rough shape around the gutters. So I'm not sure all what would need to be done to either redo the stucco or get rid of it, or maybe you just vinyl side it. I mean, the stucco is nice. I like the stucco. But yeah, definitely a major rehab project. So that's a property. I got a little rambly there, sorry. I did some basic numbers on this. And this is not meant to be like a this is the deal kind of numbers. This is just I punch numbers in, and from here we would make adjustments on what made it a good deal or not. So this is like not where I'm saying to go in at. This is just a ground zero kind of reference point. So we went in at the full 275 actually, and we said we were going to do a cash purchase burr. I don't know if that's possible, but even if you went in with hard money, you would just need to add that hard money cost on top, but this would still be valid. So anyway, so 275 cash purchase. I'm saying an 80 grand rehab, 40 grand per unit is what it's going to need. That's a very rough number. I'm not a contractor. You'd want to get that confirmed, but budgetary wise, I feel like that gives you enough to hopefully do this deal. So you're all in this thing at 358 with 3 grand in closing costs. ARV of this bad boy. Where the hell did my CMA go? Do this. So I grabbed these 3 properties over here, and they're actually technically in less desirable areas, but there just aren't that many duplexes that have sold or traded that have been totally redone. So this duplex, this East Woodrow Ave, the Sheldon Ave, and the Freebus Ave have all been totally redone and are all very nice. This one listed earlier this year in May, and it was listed at 375. It went for 392. This one was listed 349. It went for 335. This one was listed 320, went 325. This one is smaller. It's only a 1-bedroom unit and a 2-bedroom unit. So like on a per bedroom basis, it's keeping up with these ones over here. So I mean, I think you could potentially get to that 400,000 mark. And again, it would really depend how the bank appraises it. But counting on that like 350 to 370 mark, I put the numbers in here at 385 to kind of stretch it and assume that we were going to do a good rehab or a really nice rehab, and we were going to get that just to see what happens. So that's what we're using here is a 385. We got the down payment, which is the cash. And then 80% of that 358, or sorry, 80% of the 385 is only 308. So in this instance, we're leaving 50 grand in the deal after the refinance. You at least get all your initial money back out, and then you get an extra 25 grand ish, 20ish. So yeah, you can look at it that way, but I don't know. Sorry, I was looking at these. I got distracted. Um, it, it's not ideal to leave that much in a deal, I don't think, unless you're okay with that. But that's something I would want to improve and pull some levers to make that better. Additionally, with the 7.5% interest rate, the cash flows and the cash on cash return after you pull all that money out are not great. The purchase cap rate is pretty good. I'd say 8.7 is great, but the cash flows are bad. When you own this thing in cash, it cash flows like crazy. So if you have all your money into it, all 358 grand into this deal, it cash flows like a mofo. And your cap rate's pretty good. And your cash on cash is pretty decent. So I don't know. Maybe you make it, you pull out enough so it basically breaks even. You're not going to cash flow much, but you get an asset in a growing area. You get a multifamily. You pull some equity out. You go do it again. But then they pay off this one. It pays for itself. It breaks even, and you just get an asset in a good area, and in 10, 20, 30 years, it's probably going to be worth more and cash flowing better than in year one after this thing. So from that aspect, I think the deal works really well. You just would have to figure out what levers to pull to make the numbers somewhat more attractive. But I think this isn't enough to like kind of chase me away given the area and given the building. But what I was saying, oh my god, I'm so ADD this morning, sorry. About the born in or my god, about the built in 1895. there are gonna be like 100+ year old problems with this house. It's gonna be crooked, floors are not gonna be level, so you kind of have to know that going in and need and plan and be intentional accordingly. You'll want to know if there's anything wrong with the basement, if there's water intrusion, what you need to do. Does it need waterproofed? Does it need like shored up, anything like that? And then I would do all that kind of like leveling and shoring up and everything and a budget for it and do it like in the beginning, because a lot of these old houses get rehabbed and they don't really spend the time or the extra money to come and like brace everything. And like I have my personal home is beautifully flipped, it's well done, you know, I love the house to death, but like the floors in the kitchen are wavy because they just reinforced the floor joists. They didn't actually like jack anything up or like reinforce anything to make it more level and more supported. So while it's probably structurally sound, it's a little bit of like a nitpicky end user thing of if there's this big, beautiful new unit, but the floors are all wavy and weird, it kind of sends a half-assed message, even if it is okay and if it is structural. Um, just something to know about in these old houses. But other than that, that is the end of my rambling on 358 Marcusson. I hope you enjoyed. That's kind of the full rundown on it. If you have any questions on the property or you want to go after it, let me know. Um, Happy to discuss in further detail. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.